Hey. I'm nobody's girl. I loved it so much. It's exactly what I wanted. Oh, oh. Guys, can we talk about Spotify? Oh my gosh, can I speak? Guys, can we talk about Spotify Rap for a second? Okay. Tell me why I was expecting, like, it to be so bad compared to how it was last year. It was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. I actually can't believe it. I was genuinely shocked when my friend was like, I woke up, it was 1 p.m. because I was getting ready for work. And I was like, Spotify Wrapped out. My friend texted me, did you see your Spotify Wrapped? I just woke up. Give me 5 seconds to breathe. I opened Spotify and I'm like, oh, it's out. It's out. Like a genuine like rush came through me and I opened my Spotify Wrapped. Tell me why tatemcrae literally dominated my whole entire Spotify Wrapped. tatemcrae was not only my top artist, but every single song that was on my top 5 of So Close to What, I listened to Miss Possessive like what, 97 times? Are you serious? I was flabbergasted. But guys, isn't this a genuine surprise? I'm here. I'm alive. We have a new studio. This is actually great. Like, this setup is like so mature. It's so comfy. I have my TV right here. I wish I could see myself on the TV if I could like record myself, but I'm recording through my laptop. But the Stay Crispy podcast is back. How are you guys doing? Long time no see. Honestly. It's been what? 10 months? It's December, what, 5th when I'm recording this? The night of December 5th. My brother was just in a work accident. Great way to start this off, isn't it? Yeah, he was in an explosion. I checked him out with my stethoscope because I'm now state certified EMT, you know what I mean? And so I checked him out. So I gave him like his stuff so he could take to the hospital because he's going to the ER right now. And so he can be like, hey, my brother, check this stuff. Here's this if you want to see. I just wanted the information just in case like anything changed with him going to the ER. So as long as they have that on record, he should honestly be fine though. But it is good to be back. I had some spare time this weekend, so I thought I would surprise y'all. So this, oh gosh, what have I been up to? What have you guys been up to? I have been working my butt off. Okay, so what? I don't even know when what the last thing I like updated you guys on. I got my EMT certification over the summer. I'm currently working full-time as an EMT in the city nearby me. I'm hoping to move to that city pretty soon. So this layout that you see, if I can, get a schedule going again, this layout will probably be different in the next couple months. Looking for my own place. I've been writing so much music, currently composing so much music. I've been buying a lot of music equipment and inputs and plugins for Logic. That's what I'm making my music on. So my guitars are to the right of me here. So you can't see them like you could in my last. But it is what it is. And I'm honestly loving it. I'm at my mom's house now. This is where I'm currently recording. So, and I'm vibing. I'm chilling. It's so warm in here, actually. These blankets, they're going to have to go. So, what do I want to talk about? I don't even know what I want to talk about. I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys. Tell you about my life, things that are going on. Yeah, what should I talk about? I have been loving, you know what? This is what I've been loving. First thing I'm going to talk about, you know what I've been loving recently? I have been loving the things that are on TV recently. I recently went on HBO Max, okay? and saw that not only was The Materialist on there, watched that immediately. It was okay. I mainly watched for Pedro Pascal just because, he's like up and coming. He's getting into like a lot of stuff. Is he really up and coming though? How long has Pedro Pascal been an actor? I'm not necessarily sure. Someone leave it in the comments below. But I've been enjoying him and the stuff that he's been in recently. Really looking forward to yes, Stranger Things. Did y'all watch Stranger Things? Let's talk about it. Spoilers! Okay, so obviously, end of episode 4 was absolutely phenomenal. Will gets his powers. Are we shocked? I was sitting there. I was like, the whole night, my mouth caught every fly. My mouth caught every single fly that could have been in my living room. Watched on Thanksgiving. Of course I did. I was sitting there. The Demogorgon's floating up in the air. I'm like, Will. I have seen so many TikTok edits about that one scene. I can't even tell you how many people are obsessed. I'm obsessed. And then Max coming back. Guys, we are being fed. And I'm honestly scared. I'm honestly scared about being fed because the show is ending soon. What do you mean? It's taken over 10 years to film 5 incredible seasons of the show. And it's coming to an end. My whole childhood. I have seasons 1 through 3 on DVD. The box things, like the box, what are they called? Ooh, not cassette tapes. VCR. I have like the box set VCR like movie things when they were coming out with the seasons from Target. I have 3 of them for seasons 1, 2, and 3. That's crazy. Don't collect DVDs anymore. Of course we don't. We live in the digital age. And I'm kind of hating it. I'm kind of hating the digital age that we're in. There's so much discourse online of this like digital age. Like everyone is chronically online. Don't even get me started with AI. I cannot even stand to talk about AI. I have to talk about it every single time I bring it up. I saw this statistic. 7% of all the water in Texas will be used by 2030 because of AI data centers that they want to use in the South. Oh. So you're telling me that the water that people on this earth need to survive is being consumed by mega billionaires for AI that really no one cares about? Are you dumb? I'm pissed. I'm mad. And I don't even use AI because I hate it so much. I don't even use AI. It like actually like infuriates me. We're getting dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. Can't stand it. I saw this one thing. What did I see? That's what I saw. Yeah, so Jensen, I believe it's Jensen McRae, the singer. I'm pretty sure her name is Jensen. I forget. She sings, there is an intersection in my college town with your name on it. Oh, and she sings, when someone tells me they're from Massachusetts, how I always ask what part. Such a great song. Y'all should listen to that album. I'll put a picture here. She was talking about how we do not need to be using AI to listen to covers of our favorite artists. We do not need to be listening to how our voice sounds like to our favorite songs. Just sing it. We do not need to be using AI to put ourselves in a museum. Go to a museum. Like, these things literally exist in real life for us to go to. And just the internet is ruining it. The internet is ruining real life experiences, and I'm not here for it. We live in such a digital age where our brains are shrinking. The kids are getting dumber. The kids aren't even getting dumber. They're getting incredibly dumb. Like, it's like they can't do math. They can't write their own names. They do 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? And the parents aren't even doing anything about it. The parents aren't even doing anything about it. That's actually the worst part. And I'm here for the parents. that are literally making their kids cry over doing their homework. Do your homework. Do your homework. Figure it out, because you're not going to go to college if you can't figure anything out. You're not going to be able to live on any street corner if you can't figure it out. Get a life. Get a life. Oh my gosh. Literally get a life. Like, I take, and this isn't like, you know, talk for like everyone. Ooh, I'm like showing my feet. I'm not used to this. Like, I take my education very, very seriously. Okay. Like, people my age, I'm 22. People my age, we live on the cusp of no internet and internet. Okay. We acclimated. Okay. Some of us are better than others. Some of us are chronically online. Me, unfortunately, I'm chronically online. But I also take the time to not be on the internet. I write music. I play my guitar. I produce my music. I go to the gym. I take walks when it's not freaking cold outside. Living in this state in New York, I can't stand it. So much snow, driving to work, an hour there, an hour back every single day. The snow is killing me. I thought I was going to go off on the thruway the other day. Didn't. But, like, it's just crazy that we live in an age where people just don't care anymore. I think that's it. People don't care anymore. And people need to start caring, because we're not going to have any doctors. We're not going to have any nurses. Speaking of nurses not being a professional degree anymore. Huh? The people that got us through COVID can no longer get student loans to like the degree of chiropractors or actual MDs or people with theology degrees or... Let's pause. So you're telling me that when I go to the emergency room, okay, I'm going to be greeted by the top surgeon at that hospital? No, I'm not. I'm going to have nurses. I'm going to have RNAs. I'm going to have CNs. I don't know, whatever, all of these plethora of people. These are people's lives that we're talking about, their livelihoods. Like, no, first of all, no one can afford student loans these days. No one. God knows that I don't want to owe the U.S. government a single cent. But I have student loans from the government. I also have private student loans. You're telling me that now that they want to get rid of the Department of Education and they're going to do all this stuff, now we're going to be owing everyone money. Basically, you're going to monopolize my finances. That's basically what it is, for your gain. That makes me sick to my stomach, and I hope you slit your throat. No, it is that serious. It is that serious, and I'm just like I'm so tired. I'm so tired of just feeling like I'm living in a simulation. I feel like I'm living in just this. I feel like I'm living in a world that hates me. Like, I'm trying so hard to get my own apartment and develop good financial literacy and start a 401k, develop a Roth IRA. But then you're telling me that I'm going to be the average American only saves maybe a couple hundreds a month. That's not including gas, food, etc. How am I supposed to put in $7,000 a year into a Roth IRA to have, what is it, a couple $1,000,000 by the time I retire at 65? What? Are you kidding me? When I'm 65, I'm going to want to stay at home and rest. I'm not going to be able to stay at home and rest. I'm going to want to die because I'm still working. I'm still working at 65. Anyways, I can't. It's just the unfortunate circumstances of the world that we live in, where we support such political and economic atrocities, is actually crazy. It's actually crazy. And the society wonders why people my age like to focus ourselves on, watching YouTube and putting ourselves in TV shows and living in the moment. Because if we do anything else, I'm succumbing to the pressures of the whole entire world. I literally feel like I'm suffocating. If I look at the world long enough, I don't want to be here anymore. You know what I mean? But here I am living day by day, trying to get myself through and be the best possible version of me that exists. And that's a lot of pressure. And sometimes I find joy in that. I find joy in trying to be the best version of myself every single day. But sometimes that gets really exhausting. It really does. I try and I try and I try and I don't always do the best. I've had a lot of experiences this year. I told myself this year is going to be my year. And then I found myself getting into situations with people. I've been trying to date this year. I've been trying to expand my horizons, if you will. And I end up getting myself hurt. Why? Well, I'm either being misunderstood, or I'm succumbing to the pressure that other people put me under, or I'm getting friend zoned, or I'm not really feeling it, or just the vibes are off. And I'm the type of person who's always going to put my best foot forward. I'm always going to be looking out for me. Okay? There will come a time when I get in a serious relationship where I will start looking out for the other person. Okay? But when we're not dating, I have to focus on me. I need to focus on my livelihood and my life. And, it goes back to the Meredith Grey mentality of, I don't need you, but I want you. I don't know if I don't even remember if I've talked about that on this channel before. I know I've talked about Meredith Grey in the Grey's Anatomy episode, but I will always, 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 in the beginning of a relationship, focus on myself because I'm figuring out for myself if I want this. I don't need to be focusing on your feelings and how you want because your feelings are valid. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. Fine, cool, great. And I'm always going to strive to put my best foot forward. If something happens, it's just who I am as a person. It's just who I am as a person. If something happens where something immediately changes, I'm out. Why? I value consistency. I think that's something that this generation is lacking that I'm in. I think my generation lacks consistency because we grew up with parents that were not consistent. We grew up with parents that their finances were rocky because their parents' finances during World War II were rocky. We dealt with parents who were emotionally unstable because their parents were telling them that their emotions weren't valid. I'm looking for someone who can match that energy. And I'm really hoping she's out there somewhere. Because I just can't. It gets hard. It gets frustrating. And now I'm out. I'm out of the dating scene right now. I'm not doing that. I have to focus on myself, my career, getting my own apartment. I'm not getting a dog. These people that are my age, 22, 23, 24, getting their own apartment and getting a dog. What? The financial responsibility and having to stay home all the time and buy all this dog food, and you have to take a dog out, and you have to do... I can't imagine it. I'm already stressing myself out, getting an apartment, and, working 48 hours a week, plus when I'm able to get, when I'm cleared and I'm able to get overtime, working, possibly 60, 70 hours a week on a good week, and people are getting dogs. People are getting dogs, for crying out loud. I can't do it. That's basically a baby. I can't do it. I can't feed them milk from my left palm every single day. I can't. That's just impossible. When I'm an adult and I have a house, don't even get me started on buying a house. What? Rent is $1,200 to $1,500 a month. I should get a mortgage. But guess what? I don't have $20,000 to $40,000 to put down on a mortgage, do I? Because I'm 22 and I've barely worked. Oh my gosh, I have no money because of student loans. Have no money because no job wants to pay over $20 an hour. Luckily, my job, I will be able to, work my way up and get more money. And then when I get, my paramedic license and maybe even go to med school. I don't even know what I'm thinking about med school right now. I don't even know what I'm thinking. I might do it, I might not. I'm really thinking about it. I'm really just feeling out the vibes. But this is just life. Life right now is so chaotic. 2025 has been probably one of the most like mentally frustrating and draining years of my life. Like being post grad and like having to like have myself figured out. Ain't nobody got it figured out. I ain't got it figured out, that's for sure. I don't have a single thing figured out. I know that I want my own place. That's it. I have no idea what's coming after that. I'm going to work. And we live in a working society, don't we, guys? The United States is a working country that struggles to feed its citizens, that prioritizes politicians over in their pockets over anyone else. Yeah, I don't want to ramble about politics because I've already done that enough this episode. So yeah. This is a frustrating world that we live in. You know what? Let me tell you a story that was also frustrating. This also happened today. I was at the gym. Okay, so for all my gym people out here, this is going to interest you. Had to post this story on TikTok because I was actually like, okay. So I was at the gym. I walk in. And these two kids, no more than freshmen in high school, standing at the gym counter, and the people at the counter are giving them waivers because they're under the age of 16. And they're like, you need to give these forms to your parents to have them sign, fill it out, bring them back here, because we're not going to be liable for anything that happens in the gym to you because we don't want you to get hurt. First of all, valid. These kids are scrawny, less than 80 pounds. I can see it. They're, like, if something happens, they're going to get seriously injured. So tell me why I'm doing the hamstring curl. It's my first exercise. I finished my first set. I see one of the kids. He's 5'3" max. Okay, height-wise. His back trying to do deadlifts. Arched. Like this. Not using his legs. Has no straightness to his spine whatsoever. I literally took everything in me not to start seizing right there. Okay, I shouldn't use that word. But, well, whatever. And, I walk over there immediately. And I'm like, I have to stop you. I don't want to see you get hurt. Like, I work in EMS services, okay? I lift every single day. If you were to pick up a gurney that had a patient on it, you would flip that gurney and you would probably kill them because they're going to crack their head in the pavement. Okay? Now, that's not totally true. There's so many, like, variables and things that go into the accident that is flipping a gurney. Okay? It unfortunately happens for so many different reasons. But having bad posture and form can be one of them. Okay? So, I'm shaking the camera. I'm so, like, livid. Okay? So I'm telling him, you need to, first of all, use your legs. You need to bend down. You need to have a reverse grip. Okay, so this hand's like this. This hand is like this. And you need to lift with your legs and keep a straight back. Okay? Because you are, like, what? 13? If you blow your back out, you're not playing any high school sport. You're not playing any sport in college. You are going to have disc problems, joint problems. The list goes on and on and on. If you are doing heavyweight, which they were, how much do you want to guess that they were trying to deadlift? Okay? This kid was 80 pounds, maybe. You want to know how much they were lifting? A 45-pound bar. 45 on each side, plus probably an extra 30 pounds on each side. How much does that equal? Probably about 185 pounds. These kids couldn't even lift 60 pounds on a leg extension machine. I can guarantee it. So why are we trying to power lift at 13 years old almost 200 pounds? They were 100% lifting over my weight. I could barely lift their weight. on the freaking barbell. My back arched trying to pick it up. I was like, do you see how my back arched? I can't even lift this. Why are you attempting to lift something you can't lift? Why are we doing this? And this goes back to education, okay? No one's educating these kids these days. They think they can just go around and they can do whatever. No. The gym is a safe space that belongs to education, safety, and having fun. These kids are not going to have fun in the gym if they're in pain all the time because they hurt their back doing something they shouldn't be doing. Start low. If you are new to the gym, I inspire you to, first of all, go to the gym. You know, if you're new to the gym, start low. Start with lightweight. Work your way up. There's a time and a place for going heavy. Okay, you want to talk about progressive overload? Fine. You're also 13 years old. Okay? You're scrawny. There's no muscle to your bones. It's like eating a chicken wing from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay? Like, there's barely any meat there. All right? Like, there's a time and a place, but start low and work your way up. People go to the gym for so many types of reasons. If you're young, there's not many reasons for you to be going to you want something to do, you play a sport, you do all this stuff. And the kid was telling me, yeah, I know, like I have really bad form. If you have bad form, start there. Pick up the barbell, take all the weight off of it, turn to the side, look in the mirror, and make sure that you're using your legs and using your keeping a straight back. Start there. If you're doing that, then add a little bit more weight. If your back ever starts arching, you know that weight is improper. Fix your form. Take some weight off. You should never be lifting something that you know that you cannot lift. Okay? It's not being a smartass. It's not being critical. It's called being safe. It's called being safe. If I have not done a proper squat on a Smith machine, or not even a Smith machine, a free weight machine in months. If I went and did 225, I don't know if I would be able to do that safely. I would need to start low. Start with 135. Okay, I know I can do that safely. Start with the bar. Put some weight on, put the 45. Boom, I can do that safely. Then maybe I'll put 10 pounds on each side. Gradually go up. And I implore you, please, if you see something, if you go to the gym, please, if you see something, say something. I report it to the people at the gym. I report it. They lied. The kids lied to the people saying that their parents were coming. We can see that your parents didn't come, first of all. We can see that. Your parents are nowhere in sight. You left, 20 minutes after signing into the gym? Let's be for real. You were in over your head. Okay? And that's not me being judgy. I was never judging these kids. I purely want them to be safe. Because I know what it's like to be in the gym and not know what I'm doing. I have a trainer for a reason. I have friends at the gym for a reason. If I need a spot, if I need to talk to someone about my diet, if I need to talk to someone about my form, guess what? I have so many people that I can ask questions. Do not be afraid to ask questions. Do not be afraid to ask questions. If you are inquiring about your safety, please reach out to someone and be like, hey, I'm going to attempt to lift a weight I've never attempted to lift before. Please spot me so that I don't hurt myself. That's all I ask. That's literally all I ask. Please, from the bottom of my heart, please care more about your safety than I do. Please, I'm begging you. Okay, that's enough for my rant. I already posted a long rant on TikTok. I'm also going to be posting it on Instagram. That conversation made me sweat. Oh my gosh. Anyways, let's talk about music. Actually, let's go back to some music. I have been binge listening to Willoughby Tucker, I Will Always Love You. Phenomenal album. Phenomenal album. And, you know, ethelcain, she has her pros and cons, as does any artist. She's not for everyone. I love her, okay? Going back to tatemcrae, she's not, I'm very comfortable saying this. A lot of people think that she's not a well-versed writer at all. Ryan Tedder, thank you for making her some good beats. But she's not a well-versed writer that can write deep lyrics. Okay? I'm not listening to Tate McRae for deep lyrics. I'm listening to her so I can bop my head in the car. Okay? There's a reason why I listened to Miss Possessive over 90 times. Okay? That song is a banger. But guess what? It's not intellectually deep. Wilbur Tucker, I Will Always Love You. Every single time I listen to that album, it makes my head spin. Every single time I have to listen to the opening track, Janie, I'm like overthinking like maybe like 20 different scenarios in my life. Because Janie is that type of song that like makes you think of like people of your past. Okay? Like Janie for me is about looking at someone that used to be in your life and then them just sort of fading out. And then you see them sort of like We Hug Now by Sydney Rose. So We Hug Now by Sydney Rose is like a very like, it's like a very like light and like airy. But like Janie, when that guitar strum comes in, like, oh, like you know that your emotions are about to be like messed. Like they're about to get jostled. Okay? Like when she's like singing like please leave open your most quiet door. I know she's your girl now, but she was my girl first. Like that vibe of knowing that someone took someone from you, relatable, first of all. Okay? Knowing that you had someone so close in your life, just taken all that time, all that care, all that emotion, all that time you invested in them, for them to just like fizzle out into someone you don't even recognize. It's probably one of the most unfortunate things I've ever had to go through in my life. And that song does make me think of someone that I lost as a friend, and we no longer talk anymore. It's like a whole thing. It happened in May. And I literally think about it weekly. I still think about it. I still think about how she's not my friend anymore. I still think about how I don't want to say too much because this is a podcast and I don't want to talk about like her or her life, but I'm going to talk about my experience with it. Like I'm never going to like input my thoughts into what she might be experiencing. But like from an outside perspective, like she literally was stolen from me. Literally was stolen from me. Like just out of nowhere, blocked. Just out of nowhere. I woke up one day, blocked. Oh, okay. Yeah, that stuff hurts. And like I literally think about like, did I do something wrong? Was it me? Did I do something to cause her to do this? When at the end of the day, the blame is not mine to bear. The blame is not mine to bear. And part of me still hopes, I've written about this in so many different songs, like a part of me still hopes that like she thinks about me as a friend. And I still hope that she carries some type of affection or care for me in her heart. And you know, I think about her family, and does her family ask about me, and where did I go? Do you still talk to him? And like I try not to think about it because it weighs so heavily on my heart, and I pray for her all the time because I have no idea what's going on in her head. I have no idea what's going on in her relationship. I have no idea how other people are reacting to her behavior. Not a lot of people know of how she treated me. Like this situation, it messed me up. It messed me up. It sent me spiraling. It really did. I've been doing a lot better, but like in the beginning, I was flabbergasted. I truly was. I was truly flabbergasted. But I've done a lot of healing from that. My good friend Erin, she's helped me through that situation. And occasionally we talk about it. And I'm so thankful for Erin. Erin is like one of the best people one could ever meet. One of the best people. She is so special. And that's one thing that I will never stop. I truly think that I'm a good friend, and like me being a good friend means praising my friends. And I will never stop praising Erin for being such a phenomenal friend and watching her go through mental health struggles and watching her go through moving so many times in her education. And she's like me in the way that she strives to be the best possible version of herself and be independent and try new things and try new experiences. And like right now, she's doing grad school in DC. Like, I try to live vicariously through her, TBH, because my dream in high school was to go to Gallaudet University in DC. You know, when I was still thinking about being an interpreter. It's like she's kind of living my dream. And I'm just so proud of her and the life that she is building. I'm so proud of all my friends. When I start thinking about my friends, I get really emotional. Truly, I can never stop. I can't. I can never stop talking about my friends. I love my friends because they're my family. I don't know if I've talked about this on this podcast before, but I'm not close with a lot of my family. So like my friends are literally the closest thing that I have to family. And it's just so great. And I have something that I want to say, but I can't say it because it's a secret. And I don't know if the person that is a part of this secret is watching. So I literally can't say anything. But in a couple months, like, you guys will know what the secret is because I can't wait to tell you guys about it. But anyways, for right now, the secret's staying a secret. Okay? Well, if the person doesn't know about the secret, but everyone else knows about the secret. If you know what the secret is, you know what the secret is. You know that I'm very excited. But yeah, just in case the person is watching, then I'm not saying anything. But yeah, guys, you know what? Let's shout out. I'm going to talk about my friends, and I'm going to try not to get emotional. And I just want to say some things about my friends because Thanksgiving just happened and I'm so grateful for like the people that I have in my life. I just want to shout them out. Erin, I'm so grateful for you. I'm going to talk directly to the camera. Erin, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that you have been such an incredible friend. And just like our book club, that's what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for our book club, and we really need to start reading Fourth Wing. We're going to finish it, okay? We'll talk about Fourth Wing in a second, okay, guys? Okay. Oh, and I also read Throne of Glass because of Erin. So thank you, Erin, for that emotional turmoil that I went through. We'll also talk about Throne of Glass, okay? Also want to shout out Chloe. We haven't talked much, Chloe, but I love you, okay? I want to shout out Mike. Mike, we haven't talked a lot, but I'm always grateful for you. Hope you had a great birthday. I want to shout out Kellen because she's always trying to get me to finish my books. And Kellen, I don't know if I told you, I did start writing a sci-fi series about superpowers. I got about 10 chapters in. Haven't written in it since. I'm sorry, Kellen, okay? And thank you, Erin. Thank you, Erin. Another Erin. Thank you, Erin, for letting me go to the Gracie Abrams concert. We'll also talk about the concerts I've been in 2025, okay? Because there's been a lot. But thank you, Erin. I'm never going to stop thanking you for giving me that ticket to go see Gracie Abrams. Best time of my freaking life, okay? And I'm thankful. There's so many people that I'm grateful for. I can't even think about it. I can't even think of anyone. Oh my gosh. Just those are my college friends. I'm grateful for so many people. I'm grateful for Jamie. Jamie's over there to make me laugh. I'm grateful for Macy for always making me laugh. I can always count on her. Okay. I'm grateful for Myrto. I'm grateful for Monica. I'm grateful for who else can I say? I'm grateful for my family. Even though they piss me off all the time, I'm still grateful for them because they're like the only thing I have. I'm grateful for my nieces and nephews. I I don't think I practice gratefulness enough, but I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay, because there's so many people that I can't even list right now, I need to talk about something else. Let's talk about Throne of Glass. All right. 8 books. Oh my gosh. If you have never read or looked up Throne of Glass, look it up right now. I absolutely loved listening to the audiobooks because I was driving back and forth all summer, back and forth from class. I had nothing to do. I started listening to audiobooks. I was like, Erin, I'm going to listen to Throne of Glass. She about freaked out, first of all. She was having a time. And I was sending her audio messages back and forth. And she was my emotional support buddy throughout that whole time because that series is crazy good. Crazy good. So many twists and turns. R.I.P. Nehemia. R.I.P. the 13. You know, Sarah J. Maas really got me messed up with killing off the 13. But you know what? Oh, sorry, spoilers. This is a spoil. I'm going to talk about spoilers. I really don't care. Everyone knows from the previous episodes I'll spoil anything. Okay? Like, and like Dorian being able to learn how to shapeshift in book 8. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. I was kicking my feet because Lysandra was my favorite character out of Throne of Glass. Him learn how to shapeshift. Wrap it up. Dorian, do your thing. Okay? I implore you to listen to that. Okay? At least read it. You can find the free PDFs online. Okay, whatever. You know, and, you know, in Aaron and Maya's book club, which is, I'm pretty sure is called, what's it called? Throne, is it like Sword of Love and Flame? I'm pretty sure that's what we're calling it. I'm pretty sure because I like romance. She likes fancy. Sword of Love and Flame. Okay, whatever. She got me into the first chapter of Fourth Wing. Yes, I do want to keep reading Fourth Wing. Aaron, we need to keep reading Fourth Wing. Okay, that message is for you. Okay, but, you know, we're so busy all the time. But thankfully, I work 48 hours, 36 hours. When I finally move and I get a second job, that's obviously going to change because I'm going to get a second job and I'm going to be working more because ain't no way I'm going to have time to be at home for 4 days not doing anything, okay? I really do need to listen to that. Maybe if you've read Fourth Wing, you can, like, leave a comment of, like, a quote that I'm not going to understand until I read it. Whatever. Be like, I'll be that type of person. But, and, like, I'm not, like, watching, like, a lot of movies recently. I'm not watching a lot of TV recently. Like, I kind of am, but, like, I'm kind of not. I'm doing a lot of sleeping. I'm doing a lot of music producing. Do you guys want to hear, like, a part of a song that I wrote? Yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it for you. I'll leave the mic right here. All right, now that we're situated, I have to move the pillow because it's uncomfortable. But I don't have a name for this. Okay, I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to play a snippet of it. But this song is probably one of, like, my favorite songs, like, I've ever written. And this song, like, it means a lot to me. Like, I was going through something during the time that I wrote this. And, like, this song just, like, helped me cope with the experiences I was going through. So I hope you like it. Maybe based off of what I sang, like, you can come up with something. Whatever. All right. All right. Photograph me, a sidelong gaze with my cheeks flushed and hair distraught on a guardrail with the sky crying behind me. Smell the water, my hands bone white, wishing I could take a flight off the cliffside. Will that make you pine after me? But you're there watching me, disconcerted, nowhere to turn, call the cops, call in the cavalry. There's a silence you created, molded in your hands. I revel in it, disappear and run like the wind. A change in the mood, Something feels like I don't know you, and it's true. It's true. You don't know me, a coward in the shower. That stench that reeks comes from October. I hope you notice it too. All right, whatever. That was the first verse and bridge, chorus, whatever. I'm not really sure on the whole like musical semantics of it all, but that was that. I don't have a name for it. I posted the bridge and the second chorus on my TikTok if you want to check that out. I post music on there sometimes. Now that I serenaded you with my sad songs, oh my gosh, I literally was like talking about something and I completely forgot. Yes, ethelcain. Okay, so that song specifically, Ciro's, ethelcain, Liz McAlpine, those are like my big three right now. Okay, so like the music that I've been writing, Liz McAlpine will forever be a part of my big three. But those artists right now, specifically, a lot of my music is inspired by them. And I'm so, again, grateful for their influence and the way that their music moves me. Like sometimes their music is definitely not for everyone. It's emotional. We're talking about tatemcrae earlier. She's not lyric based. She's more beat based. These three artists, they do something to my heart. They are so emotional. Their lyrics are so impactful. And I truly, truly, truly think that you guys should go listen to them. Okay. I did mention earlier when I mentioned my friend, I went to Gracie Abrams. Let's talk about the concerts that I've been to in 2025. Let's do a recap. Okay. So starting all the way back, I went to Gracie Abrams. Phenomenal 10 out of 10 experience. Okay. And then I saw Jonas Brothers and I saw Big Time Rush. Big Time Rush for me was very nostalgic. Jonas Brothers, not so much. PSA, Jonas Brothers are going to be in Camp Rock 3. Don't know if y'all saw the trailer, but that's confirmed. Very excited for that. I also saw Sydney Rose, which I did a cover of her on this channel. That was very, very emotional. I did cry. I saw tatemcrae in October. Blast. I had a blast. Did not get home till 5 a.m. I was very exhausted. Had to sleep on the thruway a couple times, but I got home. Okay. I also saw Jake Finch. Is it Jake Finch or Jake Lynch? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. I'm so sorry, Jake. His opener, I got a picture with him. I'll put it here somewhere. Okay. Great. The vibes were absolutely phenomenal. What other concerts? I feel like I've been to like a couple more. I have a couple concerts planned for next year. I'll tell you more about those on another time if I get to it. Okay. But music, I'll end the podcast here. I don't want to talk too long. Like, I literally just planned this out of the blue. Don't really have that much else to talk about. Just wanted to get on here, say hi, pop in, say that I'm alive. I'm doing okay. Music that I've been listening to recently. Let me pull up on here. I was listening to this EP in the gym. Okay. And I found this EP recently. Feel Better Soon by Drive Away. Oh, yeah, Drive Away. Actually so good. I'll insert a picture. Okay, I'm going to insert a picture right here. I'm going to insert a picture right there. Okay, actually phenomenal. I've been listening to it. It's such a vibe. I think you should check it out. So shout out to Drive Away. I already mentioned, if you haven't listened to Willoughby Tucker, I Will Always Love You, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for Waco, Texas. Prepare yourself for the third track, which I'm not going to say the track name because this is a family-friendly channel. But this album does need context. Okay, so I will explain the context of Wilbur Tucker, I Will Always Love You, and then I'm going to end this podcast episode. Okay, so Preacher's Daughter of Ethelcain basically follows the storyline of religious teenager grows up in an abusive household, and her father messes her up, does all this stuff to her, and basically from her trauma starts to unpack her religion and her life, and starts to find herself in people. And she ends up running away with this guy that she meets. And they do a road trip across the country to California. And long story short, ends up murdering her and stores her in a freezer. Okay, in his basement. Hence, in Strangers, why she's called Freezer Bride, and why her mom is crying in the dairy aisle because her picture is posted on the dairy cartons and stuff like that. Very crazy. Okay, but in House of Nebraska, okay, there's a person mentioned, or his name's not mentioned, but he's in there, and the person's name is Willoughby. And Willoughby ends up dying in a tornado, which Tempest on Wilbur Tucker Will Always Love You is about. Okay, so Willoughby Tucker in House of Nebraska, he ends up going away. His mom still talks to Ethel. Okay, and Wilbur Tucker Will Always Love You, hence why Janie goes away. Okay, she goes with Willoughby. Okay, so Janie's the opening track. And it's basically exploring the relationship dynamic between Willoughby, Janie, and Ethel. Okay. And then you have an interlude. I'm pretty sure it's Willoughby's interlude. Okay, it's like a 3-minute track, very emotional. It's, whatever. Then you have the third track, which I'm not going to say because this is a family-friendly channel, which basically explores the other girl's point of view. Okay, so it basically this song is probably one of my favorite songs by Ethel, purely out of writing and thematics. Okay, because the first line is, she really gets around town in her old Cadillac. Okay, keep that in mind while I'm talking. Okay, basically is exploring who this other girl is, in a sense, and her identity. How she goes to the church after going to the club. How she gets that from her mom, who does drugs, and she has a bad relationship with her dad. And she is, she's getting in old men's cars and parking lots. And, people want to take her out, but they never want to take her home. Okay? And so we're starting to unpack here. Maybe she's with Willoughby for another reason. Okay? Obviously, this other girl has some trauma that she's gone through. And further along in the song, she's standing outside the liquor store, and, she's she's trying to cope. And there gets a point in this part of the song where they go, they'll never see her wiping her fuck me eyes. I'm gonna, whatever. I do cuss a little. Okay. They don't see her wiping them because she actually doesn't want to be doing what she is doing. They'll never see her wiping them because she doesn't want to be doing it. She's crying. She's crying while she's doing this stuff because that's basically what she knows. And then at the end of the song, she really gets around town. She is the Cadillac. She's the Cadillac. She's literally the Cadillac that she's driving in the beginning of the song. And there comes a point, well, I think it's at the end of the song, she was like, she has a lot of miles. If you get the reference, she gets the reference. You know, she's ran through. She's ran through. Are you serious? Like, I'm not a woman, you know? And, you know, Ethel has a different, you know, experience on that. You know, if you know who Ethel is as a person, her experience is still valid. But, you know, from the experiences that we see online and, like, the women's experience, unfortunately, and I'm not going to speak on it much because I don't want to speak on women's experiences, but the women's experience of life in society always, always, always saddens me and always troubles me. Because when you think about the dating experiences of women, when you think of how women are treated online, how they can never do anything without their butt being looked at or without being ridiculed for being fat, for being skinny, for having boobs, for getting a boob job, for getting a rhinoplasty, for not having a rhinoplasty, for having a curve in their nose, for having like a nose that tilts sideways, for always needing to look perfect, for always, you know, for all this stuff that men also go through too, but women more often than not. This song, it gets me every single time. It gives me chills. Okay. And then you go to Nettles, which Nettles is another phenomenal song, also talking about, you know, a relationship, and, you know, sort of the aftermath of, you know, losing someone, because obviously Willoughby died in a tornado. Okay. And then you have track 5, which is another interlude. You get Dust Bowl, which is a phenomenal song. The transition into rock is crazy. Okay. That song, I wouldn't really say it's about like a lot. It's more about like, again, Ethel's like experience. You have Radio Towers, you have Tempest, which is sort of like the thematic climax of Willoughby's death, which is another phenomenal song. It might be almost 10 minutes, but you should listen to the whole thing. It's phenomenal. And then you have Waco, Texas, which closes out the relationship. And I have never been more emotionally devastated. Let me read you some of the lyrics from Waco, Texas. Okay? I'm going to break down Waco, Texas for you. Waco, Texas song. Okay, lyrics. Okay. We start off with, my honey's heart is blue, and a second offbeat. Always tugging at me like he's running out of daylight. Yeah, my baby acts cool, but they all know something ain't right. Only acting this cool when he's walking with me. Got it. Okay, so again, going back to Janie, okay, there's like this disconnect of, well, he's acting cool with me, but oh, he's like acting this way. You know, this triple dynamic of this relationship, okay? So I keep the pictures hanging where the world can see him. I hope I die today. Save me from another late night of red eyes. But then the morning comes. You were there looking for me, but I was gone. Turned my back for a moment, and you had fallen apart. Oh, so now we're diving into, oh, you're making me feel bad. So I'm gonna, you know, maybe take a step back. Oh, but you're the one falling apart. Okay. This song just goes back and forth and back and forth. How this line says, how much of a cruel year can you call my fault? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Like, you're going to have a back and forth relationship? I'm not the one that's 100% at fault here. Okay? You scroll down. Okay, let me read you the chorus. You know I'd do anything for you. You know it's true because I've said it to you. Held in my arms, I swore I'd be good to you. then sat and watched as you walked away from me. Whose fault does it sound like, chat? That's what I thought. Okay? Then we have, yeah, you've changed, but did I ever know you? Or did I hold you facing away from me? Let's go back. Let's go back, shall we? What does she say? Oh, you walked away from me. Oh, now you're facing... There's a lot of facing away. Let's pull up the cover. Oh, Willoughby's facing away from the camera, isn't he? All right. So then she's like lamenting this relationship. Are you angry? Do you hate me? She's getting this like internalizing feeling of this is all my fault. I never meant to hurt you, but somehow I knew I would. Will it feel like this forever? I'd reach into your body and fix you if I could. Will it feel like this forever? Are you angry? Do you hate me? And darling, time may forgive me, but I won't. Oh my gosh. Are you guys hearing this? Okay, you probably don't care about this. I care about this. All right? And there's this whole section where she's like, where is it? Where's the section? There's like a whole section where, she, going back to House in Nebraska, she's in Nebraska dreaming. She's still thinking about that. There's a line in Waco, Texas, one of the hardest hitting lines I've probably ever heard. I've been picking names for our children. You've been wondering how you're gonna feed them. What in the lyricism, chat? All right. If you do anything, if I can inspire you to do anything, please, 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 please listen to the 15 minutes of Waco, Texas. I am begging you. You don't have to listen to anything else on this album, but if there's anything that I recommend, please listen to Waco, Texas. I promise you it is worth it. Okay. So that is going to conclude the end of this episode. I thank you for watching. And if I'm able to, we'll see you in the next one.